Lord God, in the quiet opening of this morning, I come before you with a heart that is awake, even if my body is still catching up with the day. I come not because I have strength of my own, but because I am deeply aware that without you I can do nothing. The morning light reminds me that your mercies are new, that your faithfulness has not run out, and that today is not an accident, but a gift placed gently into my hands by you. I slow my breathing before you, knowing that you are already here, already listening, already attentive to every unspoken word forming in my spirit. In the morning, Lord, you hear my voice, as it is written in Psalm 5:3. And so I lift my voice to you now, not with polished language, but with sincerity. I lay my thoughts before you like an offering, trusting that you receive even the fragile prayers, the ones shaped by longing, waiting, and hope. I look to you expectantly, not because I deserve answers, but because you are a God who delights in responding to his children. Let this morning be an altar where my heart is real, where my soul is uncovered, and where my dependence on you is fully confessed. Father, I ask you to tune my inner ears to your voice today. There are so many sounds competing for my attention, so many concerns trying to claim authority over my peace. Yet I choose intentionally to place you first. Before the demands of the day speak, before fear or pressure attempt to define my path, I want your word to be the loudest truth in my life. Teach me to wait in your presence, not anxiously, but with trust that you are at work, even when I cannot see it. I bring before you my need for divine favor. Not favor that inflates my pride, but favor that aligns me with your purposes. Let doors open that no human hand could unlock, and let doors close that would lead me away from your will, even if I do not understand it at first. Shape my steps so that I walk in alignment with what you have prepared for me. If my plans are too small, expand them. If my desires are misplaced, correct them gently. I surrender my agenda to you this morning. Lord, I acknowledge that breakthrough does not begin with circumstances changing, but with hearts being transformed. Begin with me. Where there is doubt, plant faith. Where there is weariness, breathe strength. Where disappointment has taken root, release healing. I do not want to carry yesterday's burdens into today. I place them at your feet, trusting that you are strong enough to hold what I no longer can. Teach me how to walk lightly, even while carrying responsibility, because you are walking with me. I remember your promise spoken through the prophet in Isaiah 3:21, where you say that I will hear a voice behind me saying, "This is the way, walk in it." I hold on to that truth now. I need your guidance not just in major decisions, but in the quiet, ordinary moments of this day. Guide my words, my reactions, my timing. Keep me from rushing ahead of you or lagging behind in fear. Let my life today be a response to your leading. Father, I pray for clarity. If my mind feels crowded with unanswered questions, bring order. If confusion has clouded my vision, shine your light into every corner. I trust that you are not a God of chaos, but of peace. Align my thoughts with heaven's perspective. Help me to see people the way you see them, situations the way you frame them, and myself the way you created me to be seen. Not through the lens of past failures, but through the truth of redemption. I open my heart to receive your word like fresh rain. Let it soften any hardened places within me. Let it nourish hope that has been waiting quietly beneath the surface. I do not want to rush through this moment. I want to dwell here, aware that you are present, that you are speaking, and that you are faithful to complete what you have begun. Teach me patience in prayer, not as passive waiting, but as active trust. Lord, I invite your presence into every space of my life today, into my work, my relationships, my thoughts, and even my silence. Where I walk into rooms, let your peace walk in with me. Where I face resistance, let your wisdom rise within me. Where I feel unseen, remind me that you see me fully and lovingly. I do not need to prove myself when I am already known by you. I thank you in advance for the favor that will be revealed, not always in dramatic ways, but in timely conversations, unexpected provision, and quiet reassurance. I thank you for breakthroughs that may begin invisibly, like seeds planted deep in the soil, growing even when I am unaware. Give me eyes to recognize your hand at work, and a heart quick to respond with gratitude. As this morning unfolds, anchor me in your truth. Let my confidence rest not in outcomes, but in your character. I choose to trust you before I see results. I choose to believe that you are good before circumstances agree. I choose to listen for your voice above every other voice. And as I wait here at the start of this day, I remain expectant, open, and surrendered, knowing that you hear me, that you are near, and that this moment with you is the foundation for everything that follows. As I remain here in your presence, Lord, I allow this prayer to deepen, moving from words into surrender. The morning is still young, and so is my dependence on you. I do not rush away from this sacred space, because I know that what is shaped here will echo through every hour that follows. I am learning that prayer is not only asking, but aligning my heart with your heart, my pace with your timing, my will with your wisdom. So I stay, attentive, listening, available. Father, you know the hidden places of my soul, the ones I struggle to explain even to myself. You see the quiet battles, the long nights, the questions that have lingered without answers. I bring all of that before you now, trusting that nothing is wasted in your hands. Even my waiting has purpose. Even my silence is seen. I ask you to meet me here, not as I pretend to be, but as I truly am, in need, hopeful, and open. Your word reminds me in Lamentations 3:22-23, that because of your great love we are not consumed, for your compassions never fail, they are new every morning. I hold on to that truth as this day begins. New mercy means I do not have to be defined by yesterday. New compassion means I am not disqualified by weakness. New faithfulness means you are not tired of walking with me. Let this truth sink deep into my spirit, reshaping how I see myself and this day ahead. Lord, I ask you to cleanse my heart this morning. Where bitterness may have quietly taken root, remove it. Where resentment has lingered, soften me. Where unforgiveness has weighed me down, teach me how to release it. Not by my own strength, but by yours. I do not want to carry heavy emotional burdens into places where you are calling me to walk freely. Wash me with your grace. Restore the joy of being in step with you. I pray for discernment today. Not every opportunity is a calling. Not every open door is from you. Teach me to recognize your voice among many voices. Give me peace when you say no, and courage when you say yes. Help me not to mistake urgency for importance, or noise for direction. I want to be led, not driven. I want to move with intention, not impulse. Father, breathe life into my faith again. If hope has felt fragile, strengthen it. If belief has felt routine, renew it. I do not want to rely on yesterday's encounters with you. I want fresh communion, fresh trust, fresh expectation. Remind me that you are still a God who does immeasurably more than I can ask or imagine, and that my faith honors you when I dare to believe again. I lift my work to you, Lord, not just my job, but everything my hands will touch today. Let my efforts be infused with purpose. Let excellence flow not from pressure, but from devotion. Teach me to work as unto you, even when no one notices, even when results are slow. Let my faithfulness in small things prepare me for greater responsibility in your timing. I also lift my relationships before you. Where there is distance, bring understanding. Where there is tension, bring peace. Where there is silence, bring healing conversation. Teach me to listen more than I speak, to respond with grace rather than defensiveness. Let my words today carry life, not harm. Let my presence reflect your kindness, not my stress. Lord, I ask for strength for the inner man, not just physical energy, but spiritual resilience. When challenges arise, keep me anchored. When discouragement tries to settle in, lift my eyes. When progress feels slow, remind me that growth is still happening. Help me to trust the process you are guiding me through, even when I cannot yet see the full picture. I remember the promise found in Proverbs 3:5-6, where you call me to trust in you with all my heart and not lean on my own understanding, assuring me that as I acknowledge you, you will make my path straight. I choose to live that out today. I release the need to control outcomes. I surrender the illusion of self-sufficiency. I acknowledge you in every step, believing that you are actively directing my way. Father, guard my mind today. Protect me from anxious thoughts that spiral without reason. Protect me from comparisons that steal joy. Protect me from lies that question my worth or your faithfulness. Replace every false narrative with truth. Remind me who I am in you, chosen, loved, and held. Let peace rule in my heart, not because circumstances are perfect, but because you are present. I pray for divine alignment today. Align my conversations, my decisions, my reactions with heaven's wisdom. If interruptions come, help me see them not as obstacles, but as opportunities. If delays arise, help me trust that you are at work beyond my awareness. Teach me to remain flexible, trusting that you are ordering my steps even when plans change. Lord, I thank you for being a God who walks with me, not just ahead of me. You are not distant or disengaged. You are Emmanuel, God with us. Let that truth steady me today. I do not face this day alone. I do not carry its weight by myself. You are beside me in every moment, strengthening me where I am weak and guiding me where I am unsure. As this prayer continues to unfold, I remain open. I remain listening. I remain expectant. I do not rush to conclusions or outcomes. I choose to trust that you are building something good, something lasting, something aligned with your will. And as the morning continues to open into the fullness of the day, I stay rooted in this truth, that you are faithful, you are near, and you are actively working for my good, even now. Lord, as this prayer continues to flow, I sense my heart settling more deeply into trust. The morning has now fully opened, and yet I choose to remain anchored in you, because I know that everything I face today will be shaped by what I believe about you right now. I believe that you are attentive, that you are intentional, and that you are actively involved in every detail of my life. I do not speak these words lightly. I speak them as a declaration over my soul. Father, I acknowledge that there are moments when my faith feels quiet rather than bold, steady rather than fiery. Yet I am learning that quiet faith still moves mountains, because it rests not on emotion but on truth. I do not need to feel strong to be held by you. I do not need to have everything figured out to be guided by you. I simply need to remain surrendered. So once again, I place my heart, my plans, and my expectations into your hands. I pray now for healing, Lord, not only physical healing, but emotional and spiritual healing as well. You know the wounds that time has not fully touched, the memories that still surface unexpectedly, the disappointments that have shaped how I approach hope. I invite you into those spaces without fear, trusting that you do not expose wounds to shame me, but to heal me. Restore what has been fractured, renew what has grown weary, rebuild what has been broken. Your word in Psalm 147:3 tells me that you heal the brokenhearted and bind up their wounds, and I receive that promise personally this morning. I believe you are gentle in your healing, yet powerful in your restoration. You do not rush the process, but you also do not abandon it. Teach me to cooperate with your healing work by being honest, patient, and willing to let go of what no longer serves your purpose in my life. Lord, I pray for courage today, not the absence of fear, but the willingness to move forward even when fear whispers. Courage to speak truth with love. Courage to obey when obedience feels costly. Courage to trust you when the path ahead feels unfamiliar. Strengthen my resolve to follow you wholeheartedly, not selectively. Let my yes to you be steady, even when circumstances shift. I lift my future to you, Father, the parts I have planned and the parts I cannot yet imagine. I resist the temptation to worry about what has not arrived. I choose instead to trust that you are already present in my tomorrow. Prepare me not just for blessings, but for responsibility. Shape my character so that I can steward what you place in my hands with humility and wisdom. I ask you to sharpen my spiritual sensitivity. Help me recognize when you are prompting me to pause, to speak, to act, or to wait. I do not want to miss divine moments because I am distracted or rushed. Slow me down internally, even if life moves quickly around me. Teach me the discipline of attentiveness, so that I remain responsive to your spirit throughout the day. Father, I pray for protection, not only from visible harm, but from subtle compromise. Guard my heart from drifting. Guard my integrity from erosion. Guard my devotion from becoming routine. I want to love you not out of habit, but out of awe. Renew my reverence for who you are. Remind me that you are holy, yet approachable, mighty, yet tender. I bring before you the areas where I feel inadequate, the tasks that seem bigger than my capacity, the responsibilities that stretch me beyond comfort. I confess that I cannot do these things alone, but I also confess that you have never called me to rely solely on myself. Your strength is made perfect in weakness, as you remind me in 2 Corinthians 12:9, and so I embrace my dependence as the doorway to your power. Lord, help me to walk in humility today. Keep me from striving for recognition or validation. Teach me to find my worth in being your child, not in achieving approval. Let my confidence be rooted in identity, not performance. Free me from the pressure to impress and anchor me in the freedom to serve. I pray for peace that surpasses understanding, not peace that denies reality, but peace that transcends it. When situations feel uncertain, let peace be my anchor. When answers are delayed, let peace guard my heart. When outcomes are unclear, let peace remind me that you are still in control. Teach me to return to peace again and again, knowing it is a gift you freely give. Father, I ask you to awaken gratitude within me. Open my eyes to see your goodness woven throughout my life, in provision, in protection, in patience. Let gratitude shift my perspective from lack to abundance, from fear to trust. I do not want to overlook the miracles that have become familiar. Remind me that every breath, every moment, every opportunity is grace. As I move further into this day, I carry this prayer with me, not as words left behind, but as a posture of the heart. I remain open to you. I remain yielded. I remain hopeful. I trust that you are orchestrating things beyond my awareness, aligning events, conversations, and timing for your purposes and my good. Lord, continue to shape me as this day unfolds. Continue to speak, even in whispers. Continue to lead, even when the path feels ordinary. I choose to believe that nothing is wasted when it is surrendered to you. And so I walk forward from this place of prayer, grounded, expectant, and confident, not in myself, but in you, who hears my voice, walks with me, and faithfully completes what you begin. Lord, I continue to rest in this flow of prayer, aware that what began as spoken words has become a quiet communion. I am learning that being with you is not something I rush through, but something I settle into. As the hours of this day continue to unfold, I choose to carry this awareness of you with me, like a steady flame that does not flicker when the wind changes. You are not only the God of beginnings, but the God who remains present in the middle of the journey. Father, I bring before you the weight of expectations, my own and those placed on me by others. Sometimes I feel the pressure to be more, to do more, to prove more. Yet in your presence, I am reminded that I am already enough because I am yours. Teach me how to live from acceptance, not for it. Teach me how to respond to life from a place of rest, not striving. Let your approval be the anchor that keeps me steady when opinions shift. I pray for renewed trust, Lord. Trust that grows not from perfect understanding, but from repeated encounters with your faithfulness. I look back and see moments where you made a way when there was none, where you provided at just the right time, where you protected me from things I did not even realize were dangerous. Let remembrance fuel my confidence today. If you have been faithful then, you will be faithful now. Your word speaks to me through Psalm 37:5, inviting me to commit my way to you, to trust in you, with the promise that you will act. I take that invitation seriously this morning. I commit my direction, my decisions, my desires into your hands. I release the need to manipulate outcomes. I trust you not only with where I am going, but with how you will get me there. I believe that you are active, not passive, in the lives of those who trust you. Lord, refine my character today. Let patience grow where frustration once ruled. Let kindness rise where irritation tries to take over. Let self-control govern my reactions, even when circumstances test me. I want my inner life to reflect your nature, not my impulses. Shape me quietly, consistently, faithfully, into someone who mirrors your heart more clearly. I pray for awareness of your presence in ordinary moments, not only in times of worship or prayer, but in conversations, tasks, and decisions that seem small. Teach me to recognize that you are just as present in routine as you are in revelation. Let me honor you in the unseen moments, trusting that you value faithfulness even when no one else is watching. Father, I bring before you my need for wisdom, not just information, but discernment, the ability to apply truth rightly. Guide me in choices that affect others. Guard me from reacting emotionally when I need to respond thoughtfully. Let your wisdom shape my priorities so that I invest my time and energy into what truly matters. I also pray for resilience. There may be moments today when things do not go as planned, when answers are delayed, when effort feels unnoticed. Strengthen my resolve not to grow weary in doing good. Remind me that perseverance produces depth and faithfulness produces fruit in season. Help me to trust your timing, even when my patience is tested. Lord, I surrender my fears to you again. Some are obvious, others subtle. Fear of failure, fear of disappointment, fear of loss. I name them before you, not to magnify them, but to place them where they belong, in your capable hands. Your word in Isaiah 4:1-10 reassures me that I do not need to fear, for you are with me, that you will strengthen me and uphold me with your righteous right hand. I receive that assurance now, letting it steady my heart. I ask you to deepen my compassion today. Help me to see beyond surface behavior into the deeper needs of others. Guard me from judgment that hardens the heart. Teach me how to respond with grace, even when it would be easier to withdraw. Let love guide my interactions, reflecting the patience and mercy you have shown me so freely. Father, I pray for divine order. Order in my thoughts, order in my responsibilities, order in my priorities. When life feels scattered, gather me back into alignment with you. When distractions pull at my attention, refocus my heart. Teach me how to steward my time wisely, honoring you with how I live, not just with what I say. As this prayer continues, I sense a growing confidence, not loud or boastful, but steady and rooted. confidence that you are at work, confidence that I am not forgotten, confidence that what you have promised, you are faithful to fulfill. Let that confidence carry me through the rest of this day, shaping how I respond, how I speak, and how I choose. Lord, I remain open to whatever you desire to do next. I do not close this prayer with finality, because my conversation with you does not end here. It continues as I walk, as I listen, as I respond. I choose to live this day aware that you hear my voice, that you guide my steps, and that your favor and purpose are unfolding, sometimes quietly, sometimes unexpectedly, but always faithfully. Lord, I stay with you in this unfolding prayer, aware that what you are doing is deeper than language. There is a stillness settling inside me, not because all questions have been answered, but because I trust the one who holds the answers. I am learning that faith is not always loud declarations, but quiet perseverance, choosing again and again to lean into you, even when the road feels long. Father, I bring before you the places where my strength feels thin. There are moments when I feel capable, and moments when I feel stretched beyond what I think I can carry. Yet you have never measured my life by my capacity alone. You measure it by my willingness to depend on you. Teach me not to resent my limitations, but to see them as invitations for your grace to be revealed more clearly. I ask you to renew my hope today, not a fragile hope tied to outcomes, but a grounded hope anchored in who you are. When circumstances shift, let hope remain. When progress feels slow, let hope endure. I choose to believe that you are always working, even when the evidence is subtle. Help me to trust the unseen work as much as the visible results. Your word in Romans 8:2008 reminds me that you work all things together for good for those who love you and are called according to your purpose. I hold on to that promise now, not as a cliche, but as a lifeline. Even the parts of my story I do not understand are not outside of your redemptive power. Teach me to trust the weaving, even when I only see loose threads. Lord, refine my perspective. When challenges arise, keep me from asking only why, and teach me to ask how you are shaping me through them. Let adversity deepen my faith rather than diminish it. Let resistance strengthen my resolve rather than weaken my confidence. I want to grow, not harden. I want to learn, not retreat. Father, I pray for consistency in my walk with you, not moments of intensity followed by seasons of distance, but a steady, faithful rhythm of relationship. Teach me how to return to you quickly when I drift. Teach me how to remain rooted, even when life becomes demanding. I want my devotion to be durable, not dependent on emotion or convenience. I bring before you my inner dialogue, the thoughts I repeat to myself throughout the day. Align them with truth. Where I have spoken limitation over myself, replace it with your promises. Where I have accepted fear as wisdom, correct me gently. Let your voice become the loudest influence shaping how I see myself and my future. Lord, I ask you to help me steward waiting well. There are prayers still unanswered, doors not yet opened, and promises still unfolding. Guard me from impatience that leads to compromise. Teach me how to wait actively, trusting, preparing, and remaining faithful in what is in front of me. Let waiting become a place of growth, not frustration. I pray for sensitivity to your timing. Sometimes I move too quickly. Other times I hesitate when you are calling me forward, training my heart to recognize when it is time to act and when it is time to be still. Let obedience be my priority over comfort. Let trust be my response when clarity comes gradually. Father, strengthen my spiritual roots. I do not want to be easily shaken by change, criticism, or uncertainty. Ground me deeply in truth so that when storms come, I remain standing. Let my life bear fruit in season, because it is nourished by your presence, not because circumstances are favorable. Your word in John 15:5 reminds me that you are the vine and I am the branch, and that apart from you, I can do nothing. I receive that truth again today. I do not want to live independently of you, even in small decisions. Teach me how to abide, to remain connected, responsive, and dependent, so that my life reflects your life flowing through me. Lord, I pray for renewed joy. Not joy that ignores pain, but joy that coexists with it. A deep assurance that you are good, even when life is complex. Let joy become my strength, steadying me when emotions fluctuate. Restore laughter where heaviness has lingered. Remind me that joy is not something I manufacture, but something you cultivate within me. I lift my purpose to you again, not as a distant destination, but as something you are revealing step by step. Free me from the pressure to have everything figured out. Teach me to be faithful in the present, trusting that purpose unfolds through obedience in ordinary moments. Let me honor you right where I am. Father, I pray for openness to correction. If there are areas where I am misaligned, show me with kindness. If there are habits that hinder growth, give me the strength to release them. Shape me through your truth, even when it challenges me. I trust that your correction flows from love, not condemnation. As this prayer continues, I sense a quiet strengthening within me, not because circumstances have changed, but because my focus has. I am reminded again that you are constant, steady, and faithful. Let that assurance guide me through every remaining moment of this day. Lord, I remain here in posture, even as I move forward in action, listening, trusting, yielded, confident that you are near, that you are speaking, and that you are faithfully leading me into what you have prepared, one step, one breath, one surrendered moment at a time. Lord, I continue walking with you in this living prayer, aware that what you are forming in me now will quietly shape the rest of my life. There is a sacred continuity in your presence. You do not arrive and depart, you remain. And so I remain with you, choosing attentiveness over distraction, trust over assumption, surrender over control. This moment is not separate from the rest of my day. It is the source from which everything flows. Father, I bring before you my identity. Strip away every label that did not come from you. Remove the names I have accepted through failure, comparison, or rejection. Speak again who I am in your truth. I want to see myself not through temporary experiences, but through eternal intention. Remind me that I am known before I am productive, loved before I am successful, chosen before I am capable. I pray that today I would live from that identity, not strive to earn it. Let security in you produce freedom in me, freedom to serve without fear, freedom to rest without guilt, freedom to obey without needing full explanation. Teach me how to move through life anchored, not anxious, confident, not defensive. Lord, I ask you to sanctify my thoughts. There are moments when my mind drifts toward worry, replaying conversations, imagining outcomes that have not happened. Gently redirect me. Teach me how to take every thought captive and align it with truth. Let my inner world become a place where your peace rules, not a battleground of endless what-ifs. I ask you to strengthen my trust in unseen progress. Often I want evidence before confidence, results before reassurance. Yet you call me to walk by faith, not by sight. Help me to celebrate obedience, even when outcomes are delayed. Help me to recognize that growth underground is still growth, and that silence does not mean absence. Your word in Hebrews 11:1 reminds me that faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. I receive that assurance now. I choose to believe that you are working beyond my awareness, aligning details, softening hearts, opening paths, I do not need to see everything to trust you fully. Father, I pray for emotional wholeness, where I have learned to numb instead of process. Teach me how to bring emotions into your presence rather than suppress them. You are not threatened by honesty. You welcome truth spoken gently, even when it is messy. Heal the places where I learn to hide. Restore the courage to be fully present, with you and with others. I lift to you the moments today that may test my character, the interruptions, the misunderstandings, the unmet expectations. Prepare my heart in advance. Let me respond rather than react. Let patience lead my tone. Let humility guide my responses. I want to reflect you most clearly when it is hardest to do so. Lord, deepen my compassion for myself as well. I am learning that self-condemnation is not humility, and harshness is not holiness. Teach me how to walk in grace without excusing growth. Let me extend to myself the same mercy you freely give. Help me to learn without shaming, to grow without despising where I am now. I pray for spiritual clarity. When truth feels diluted by culture or opinion, anchor me firmly in your word. Give me discernment to recognize what is from you and what only sounds convincing. Let your voice carry authority in my life above every other influence. Train me to recognize truth not just intellectually, but spiritually. Your word in John 10:2007 reminds me that your sheep hear your voice, and that you know them, and they follow you. I receive that promise as personal guidance. I trust that you are speaking, even when the message is subtle. Help me to listen with obedience, not just curiosity. Let following you be my defining rhythm. Father, I pray for alignment between my private devotion and my public life. Let there be no contradiction between who I am with you and who I am with others. Shape my integrity in unseen places. Teach me how to honor you when no one is watching, knowing that hidden faithfulness matters deeply to you. I surrender again my need for certainty. There are parts of my journey that will only make sense in hindsight. Teach me to live comfortably with mystery, trusting your wisdom over my understanding. Let me be content with daily bread, rather than demanding tomorrow's provision today. Lord, I ask you to keep my heart tender. Life has a way of hardening us through disappointment or fatigue. Guard me from becoming cynical. Protect me from indifference. Let hope remain alive even when it has been challenged. Let love stay responsive even when it has been stretched. I pray for endurance, not just to survive seasons, but to remain faithful within them. When motivation fades, let commitment remain. When excitement wanes, let devotion continue. Teach me how to walk steadily, not just passionately. I want a faith that lasts, not one that burns out quickly. Father, let this day be lived with holy awareness. Awareness that you are near. Awareness that my choices matter. Awareness that even ordinary moments can carry eternal weight. Teach me how to live attentively, not rushing past opportunities to love, to listen, to obey. As I move forward, I do so with quiet confidence. Not because I know every step ahead, but because I know who walks with me. I remain surrendered, available, and listening. And I trust that as this prayer continues to echo through my day, you are shaping me, gently, faithfully, intentionally, into all you have designed me to become. Lord, I continue to lean into this sacred conversation, sensing that what you are forming now is not hurried, but intentional. There is a deep reassurance in knowing that you are never rushed, never distracted, never overwhelmed by the layers of my life. You meet me fully here, and that alone steadies my soul. I allow myself to slow down even more, trusting that nothing important is lost when I rest in you. Father, I bring before you the tension between faith and uncertainty. I believe, yet there are moments when questions rise uninvited. I do not hide them from you. I place them gently in your presence, trusting that you are not offended by honest wrestling. Strengthen my faith not by removing every question, but by anchoring me so deeply in you that questions no longer shake my foundation. I ask you to renew my sense of calling, not as pressure to perform, but as clarity of purpose. Remind me that calling is not only about what I do, but about who I am becoming. Let my life point toward you in quiet consistency. Teach me how to honor you, not just in major decisions, but in daily faithfulness, in how I speak, how I treat others, how I steward what you have entrusted to me. Lord, I pray for alignment between my heart and my habits. Sometimes I desire one thing but practice another. Gently bring correction where needed. Help me to build rhythms that nourish my spirit rather than drain it. Teach me to choose what draws me closer to you, even when it requires discipline. Let devotion become natural, not forced. I lift to you my moments of weakness, the times when I fall short of my own expectations, when resolve feels thin, when discipline fades. I thank you that your grace does not diminish in those moments. Your word reminds me in Psalm 1:14 that you know how I am formed, that you remember I am dust. I rest in that compassion now, allowing it to quiet my self-criticism and renew my strength. Father, help me to see myself through your mercy rather than my mistakes. Teach me repentance that restores rather than condemns. Let every turning back towards you deepen intimacy, not shame. I want to grow without fear, to mature without losing tenderness, to be corrected without feeling rejected. I pray for spiritual hunger, not a restless craving, but a deep desire for your presence and truth. Awaken in me a longing for your word that surpasses distraction. Let me hunger for righteousness more than comfort, for wisdom more than convenience. Shape my desires so that they reflect yours. Lord, I ask you to guard my heart against subtle pride. Even spiritual growth can become a source of self-reliance if I am not careful. Keep me humble, aware that every step forward is grace. Let gratitude remain my posture. Let dependence remain my strength. I bring before you the areas of my life that feel unresolved, the prayers that seem unanswered, the situations that appear unchanged. Teach me how to live faithfully in the tension of already and not yet. Let perseverance do its quiet work in me. Help me to trust that delay does not mean denial, and silence does not mean absence. Your word in Galatians 6:9 encourages me not to grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. I receive that encouragement deeply. Strengthen my resolve to continue sowing faith, kindness, obedience, and trust, even when I have not yet seen the harvest. Father, I pray for clarity of heart. When motives become mixed, purify them. When intentions become self-centered, realign them. Let love be the driving force behind my actions. Teach me how to serve without needing recognition, to give without expecting return, to love without conditions. I ask you to deepen my listening, not just to hear your voice in prayer, but to recognize it throughout the day, in moments of decision, in sudden pauses, in unexpected interruptions. Teach me to recognize when you are nudging my spirit. Help me to respond quickly, even when obedience feels inconvenient. Lord, I pray for resilience in spiritual disciplines. When prayer feels dry, keep me faithful. When scripture feels familiar, keep me attentive. Teach me how to seek you not for feelings, but for truth. Let consistency build depth in me over time. I lift my inner life to you again. Shape my attitudes. Soften harsh edges. Heal places where disappointment has made me guarded. I do not want to approach life defensively. I want to live open, trusting that you are my protector and provider. Father, I pray for balance. Balance between action and rest, between solitude and community, between responsibility and joy. Help me to recognize when I am overextending myself. Teach me how to rest without guilt, knowing that rest is an act of trust in you. I ask you to make me more aware of your grace in ordinary moments, in simple conversations, in daily provision, in quiet victories that go unnoticed. Let me see life through the lens of gratitude, recognizing that your hand is present in more places than I often realize. Lord, as this prayer continues, I sense a deeper grounding within me, a quiet assurance that I am held, guided, and known. Let that assurance shape how I move forward. Let it calm my reactions. Let it steady my decisions. I remain surrendered, Lord, not passively, but intentionally, choosing again to trust you with what I cannot control, choosing again to listen before acting, choosing again to believe that you are faithful in every season. As this day unfolds further, let my life be a living prayer, responsive, attentive, and anchored in you. And even as words fade into action, let this communion continue, guiding my steps, shaping my heart, and drawing me ever closer to you, moment by moment, breath by breath. Lord, I remain here with you, aware that this prayer has become a pathway rather than a pause. It is no longer something I step into and out of, but something I walk within. Your presence is steady, not fleeting, and I find comfort in knowing that you are just as near now as you were at the first word spoken this morning. I let that truth quiet my heart again. Father, I bring before you my sense of time. So often I feel rushed, pressured by deadlines, expectations, and the constant movement of life. Teach me how to live unhurried on the inside, even when the outside demands speed. Help me to remember that you are eternal, never late, never early, always precise. Align my sense of urgency with your sense of purpose. I pray for trust in your process. There are parts of my journey that feel slow, repetitive, or unclear. I confess that sometimes I want quick resolution rather than deep formation. Yet you are shaping more than outcomes. You are shaping me. Give me patience to stay faithful in the process, knowing that what you are building cannot be rushed without being weakened. Lord, help me to recognize the sacredness of ordinary obedience. Not every act of faith will feel significant, yet each one matters to you. Teach me to honor you in consistency, in showing up, in choosing integrity, in loving when it costs me something. Let me value quiet obedience as much as visible success. I ask you to soften my reactions today. When stress rises, slow me down. When misunderstanding occurs, help me seek clarity rather than assume offense. Let my responses be shaped by wisdom instead of impulse. I want to reflect your patience, not my pressure. Father, I lift to you the places where I'm tempted to compare my path with others. Comparison quietly steals contentment and distorts calling. Remind me that you write unique stories, measured by faithfulness, not visibility. Teach me to celebrate others without diminishing my own journey. Anchor me in gratitude for where you have placed me. Your word in Ecclesiastes 3:11 tells me that you make everything beautiful in its time and that you have set eternity in the human heart. I receive that truth now. I trust that even what feels unfinished carries beauty in its becoming. Help me not to rush past seasons that are shaping depth within me. Lord, I pray for courage to remain authentic, not shaped by performance or expectation, but by truth. Teach me how to live honestly before you and others. Let me speak with sincerity, act with integrity, and walk with humility. Free me from the fear of being misunderstood, knowing that you understand me fully. I bring before you my emotional energy. Some days it feels abundant, other days scarce. Teach me how to steward it wisely. Help me to rest before exhaustion demands it. Show me when to pour out and when to be replenished. Let me draw strength from you rather than depleting myself trying to meet every need. Father, I ask you to increase my spiritual discernment. There are voices that sound wise, but lead away from truth. There are opportunities that look good, but are misaligned. Sharpen my ability to sense what is from you. Let peace and conviction guide my decisions more than logic alone. Your word in James 1:5 invites me to ask you for wisdom, promising that you give generously without finding fault. I take you at your word and ask now. Give me wisdom for conversations, for decisions, for unseen choices that shape my future. Let your wisdom guard me from regret and guide me toward life. Lord, I pray for perseverance, not dramatic endurance, but daily faithfulness, the kind that keeps going when excitement fades, the kind that remains steady when results are delayed. Strengthen my resolve to continue trusting you, even when progress feels invisible. I ask you to deepen my prayer life beyond words. Teach me to recognize your presence in silence. Help me to listen without needing to fill every space. Let prayer become communion, not just communication. I want to know you, not only talk to you. Father, I lift my heart again to you. Search it gently. Reveal anything that hinders closeness with you. I welcome your refining, knowing it flows from love. Shape my desires so that they align more fully with yours. I pray for openness to joy. Sometimes responsibility makes joy feel secondary or indulgent. Remind me that joy is strength, that delight is not distraction. Teach me how to receive good moments with gratitude, without guilt. Let joy become a witness of trust in your goodness. Lord, help me to remain teachable. Life has a way of hardening opinions and closing hearts. Keep me curious, humble, and willing to learn. Teach me through Scripture, through people, through circumstances. Let every experience draw me closer to wisdom rather than away from it. I surrender again my need to control narratives. I do not need to explain myself to everyone. I do not need to defend every decision. Teach me when to speak and when to be silent. Let you be my defender, my vindicator, my peace. Father, I ask you to protect my spiritual focus. When distractions multiply, bring me back to what matters. When noise increases, anchor me in truth. Teach me how to simplify without losing depth, how to prioritize without neglecting love. As this prayer continues to carry me forward, I feel steadied, not because life has slowed, but because my heart has. I am reminded again that you are faithful in ways both visible and hidden. Let that awareness shape the rest of this day. I remain with you, Lord, listening, trusting, responsive, and as moments turn into hours, let my life continue to echo this prayer, grounded in your presence, guided by your wisdom, and anchored in the quiet confidence that you are at work, even now. Lord, as this prayer gently reaches its resting place, I do not see it as an ending, but as a quiet settling into trust. What has been spoken now lives beyond words. It has shaped my posture, softened my heart, and reminded me that you are near, not only in moments of devotion, but in every breath that follows. I receive this stillness as a gift from you. Father, I thank you for meeting me here, not because my prayer was perfect, but because your presence is faithful. You have listened patiently, tenderly, completely. I entrust the remainder of this day into your hands, believing that what has been aligned in prayer will unfold in peace. I do not need to strive to carry what you have already taken upon yourself. I hold close the assurance from Philippians 4:7 that the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard my heart and my mind in Christ Jesus. Let that peace stand watch over me as I move forward, guarding my thoughts, calming my emotions, anchoring my responses. Let peace become my quiet testimony. Lord, help me to walk gently now, gently with myself, gently with others, gently with the moments you place before me. Let me notice your grace in small details. Let me respond to your nudges with willingness. Let my life today be marked not by hurry, but by presence. I release what I cannot control. I trust what I cannot yet see. I place my confidence not in outcomes, but in you. As your word reminds me in Psalm 3:2003, the steps of a person are established by the Lord, and you delight in their way. I walk forward believing that my steps today are held, guided, and known by you. So I go now, not alone, not anxious, not rushed, but accompanied by your Spirit, covered by your faithfulness, and anchored in quiet trust. Let this prayer continue to live through my choices, my words, and my attentiveness to you, moment by moment, as this day unfolds in your care. Lord, I ask all of this in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.